You saw Masvidal. I think one of the judges gave Masvidal the first round. Two of the judges gave it to Usman. I think you could have given it to Masvidal as far as he landed a lot more shots. You saw Usman get the takedown off of catching the kick. He was on top. Didn't really do much for damage. But, yeah, But right away, you saw that adrenaline dump out of Masvidal.
Yeah.
And I said, he just had a big adrenaline dump. You can see it. His arms are heavy. The grappling part of just seeing Usman push him against the fence. A lot of people are not going to like that style of fighting. It's not fun to watch. It's, even I don't, say that's the fight I want to see, but I do appreciate how effective that grinding, dirty fight is. And when you're Usman and you're pushing him against the cage and making him hold that weight with your arms, those arms that are a fast twitch muscle fiber arm, that he does have a fast jab, and he's got a beautiful right cross that he throws, or if he switches his feet, he switches that up. But it's hard when your arms are heavy from holding Usman in position so he can't drop in on your legs. And all of that energy he put out, you saw eventually Masvidal was using that position to try to gain rest and try to get himself back so he gets some air. He just didn't have the conditioning that he needed for that fight and the way that fight played out. He went out there with almost that 1 round mentality. Let me get him out in the first round. Let me hurt him with my hands so he doesn't take the shots. Let me get this to where it's going my way, and it just never went his way.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of what you expect from someone who took a fight on 6 days' notice.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Like, let me try to get him out there in the first round. If I don't get him out in the first round, okay, I'll pick and choose my shots and, and try and get my back off the fence, which he never tried to do. He just kind of was cool hanging out there in the second and third round. I was like, that kind of made it even more exhausting.
Yep.
There was moments there where he had opportunities to circle off the fence. Obviously, look, you guys, I'm saying all this. It's fucking way easier said than done. I'm saying it. I'm like,
especially against someone like Usman.
Yeah, I mean, like, just circle off. Look, I thought Usman was gonna be a lot big. Like, I thought Usman was gonna be a lot bigger than him. Absolutely not. Jorge's a big ass boy, and he's huge. He's a huge guy. Like, when you see the two of them face to face in the cage, I was like, wait, you guys are about the same size. He
used to fight 155.
I know, but he was like really small waist. Like, you could see he had like tree trunk legs, but really small waist. But he cut a ton of weight, I think is what he was saying from back in the day. He looked good, man. I thought he looked good in the first round. He got a good snap on his punches. His kicks were dynamite. I'm surprised more people don't kick the calf on Usman, because he got kind of a wider boxing stance. And I had texted you this in the first round. He got hit with some clean shots in the first round. When they went back to the corner, I was like, I sure hope, because he was training with, what's the guy's name? Trevor Whitman. I said, I sure hope, training with a new kickboxing guy, this guy's not in the corner telling him, yeah, you're looking good on the feet. Shut up. Get to wrestling. Man. Like, I'm sorry, I've seen it way too many times. Ronda Rousey, all of a sudden training with a boxing coach, she can beat Floyd Mayweather. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? It's like you sometimes get a little overconfident because something's working in the gym and the stand-up that you're working with the mitts. Then you spar.
Ronda would have beat Floyd in a grappling match.
Yeah.
Okay, see?
She's bigger than him too, I think. But I think, look, I've seen it too many times. I've seen guys get comfortable on the feet in the gym, start thinking they can stand, and then they, some of the stuff they're working with their coach with on the mitts, it translates into sparring in the gym. But then you get out there in a fight, and you're really fighting in 4-ounce gloves, not 16s, where when you get hit, there's real damage being done, not just like you're getting hit with pillows. It changes the game. And Usman, I felt like in moments there, he thought he could stand in that first round. And I was like, he was getting hit with some clean shots, shrugged him off, really well. But I think in the second round, he's like, okay, look, I don't want to be playing this game too long. So he got back into the clinch, into the grind, pressing him to the fence. I would have liked to have seen. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant on his part. I heard Trevor Whitman going into the 5th round, press him to the fence, when you break, make space, throw punches, and then drop back down on the leg, to kind of make him think you're going to get into exchange with him. Brilliant job. That was good coaching from that part. I guess we saw what we could see from George Masvidal on a 6-day notice fight. Not to mention flying from Florida to Las Vegas, right? For testing, and then flying from Vegas to
Italy, to
Italy,
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. That's a lot,
sit
man.
in a room.
That's a lot. That's crazy.
Not easy.
Hey. So that's why they get paid the big bucks.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess I could say I expected more out of the fight, but to be honest, I've been around situations like that. I've taken fights on short notice like that. It really just comes down to the fact that both fighters had to make the adjustment. One taking the fight and not being in the best shape of his life, and then the other person fighting somebody that they didn't really expect to fight. Dorino was going to be a different style of fight than George Masvidal. Dorino was going to be like, go ahead, take me down. Let's see what happens. I dare you, and I'll stand with you as well. I got to tell you, though, that Usman made me more of a believer tonight against Colby on the feet. To me, I'm like, all right, so you outstruck Colby. Okay. I have a 5-year-old that could have probably done that. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like when you're talking about stand up wise, I'm talking about stand up, when you're talking, you're having those situations. That's what you're saying. But Dorino, like the stand up, I don't know if would have went his way. Usman's gotten a lot better. And I know he looked good in the Colby fight, but even though there were some shots he took tonight, he had some good stuff. His push kick's doing good for him.
Yep.
He's got that long 1-2 combination. He doesn't really fight very well in the clinch, but he doesn't need to, only because he's got wrestling. He'll get you down, and when he gets on top of you, good God, his ground and pound was nasty. I heard that shit through the fucking TV, and I was like, ugh. I mean, those elbows he landed, and the short elbows, especially at the end of that first round, or when he got that first takedown in the first round, oh, just gross. I tell you, I walk past the cage now and I hear guys getting hit like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm so not fighting ever again.
I'm so retired.
And George out there still doing it like a fucking savage. Absolutely amazing, man. I don't know it wasn't the fight everyone wanted, but I tip my hat to both guys because one had to make the adjustment being the champion with everything to lose. And the other guy had to come in realizing that, hey, I got to get this guy out of here in 1 or 2 rounds or I'm going to be getting my ass kicked or at least, taking some shots I don't want to take. So
you take a look, when you got to give Usman credit. That's 3 guys in a row. Tyrone Woodley, he's the one that put the chink in the armor there. Colby Covington puts the chink in the armor there. And now Masvidal, that's 3 solid wins in a row. Yeah. He's proving something.
100% agree. Okay.